Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time. My name's Troy, and in today's video, I'm going to be outlining my buys over the past month, how much I made in passive income via dividends, and my progress towards my goal of early retirement. If you two are obsessed with all things dividends, passive income, and wealth creation, go ahead and click that subscribe button so we can spread our obsession far and wide. With that being said, let's dive right into my taxable account that I'm going to use to retire early. Over here on Fidelity, you can see all 11 of my holdings on the left side of the screen. Once again, I did not buy any new positions or sell any of my current positions this month, as I'm still working on adding to the positions I have. Now let's go ahead and see how this account balance has grown so far this year with this chart. Beginning 2023, you can see that I had a balance of $25,131.92. Concluding last month, my balance was sitting at $47,127.85. And now, concluding November, my account balance has crossed that 50K milestone and now sits at $51,291.47. For those of you returning, you know that the wife and I have committed to adding $2,000 to our investment accounts each month to help us get to our goal of early retirement. The long-term goal is to be able to add even more than that, but we're working on saving for a house. So once that's done, we'll be able to beef up our investments. So stay tuned for that. With that being said, including the $2,000 that will be added to this account for the month of December, it looks like we will end 2023 by adding a total of $15,786.69 just to this taxable account, which more than doubles the 2023 goal set of $7,350. In combination with the slight remaining cash I had in this account, the total investable amount in December will be $2,025. Now let's see which stocks are doing the best for me in this account with my biggest winners. My best performer is Microsoft, that's up 25.79% or $1,160.73. My second best performer is ExxonMobil, that's up 23.1% or $756.03. And rounding out the top three, we have Apple, that's up 17.77% or $799.53. Now, of course, not all of my picks are winners, so let me show you the stocks in the bottom three with my biggest losers. My worst performer is currently NextEra Energy, that's down 20.52% or $671.27. My second biggest loser is currently ADP, and that's down 5.23% or $171.46. And then my third worst performing stock is Pool Corp, that's down 2.85% or $116.32. Lastly, let's look down here at the bottom of this screenshot to see that this account had a decent bounce back month in November and is now up 8.76% or $3,584.21. Speaking of that bounce back month, let's check to see how this account stacks up versus the three major indexes. On this screenshot, you'll be able to see two different rates of return, time-weighted and money-weighted. Simply put, time-weighted is best used if there's no money going in or out of the account, while money-weighted is best used if there is. Since money is now being added to the account, the money-weighted best fits my situation. You can see that I have a year-to-date return of 15.05%, which includes a money-weighted return of 5.14% in November. Next, I would typically tell you about any of my stocks that increased their dividend, but I sadly did not have any do so last month, so I guess I will have to grow my portfolio on my own. Now let's head over to my dividend tracking spreadsheet to check out my buys over the past month. November marks the 7th full month that I was adding to this account in 2023. Here, you'll be able to see what I bought, how much I spent, the average cost of each purchase, and how much it added in forward income. The most I spent was $238.47 on Microsoft. The biggest share increase goes to NextEra Energy, where I added 3.028 shares, and APD had the biggest bump in forward income with $8.86. In total, I was able to spend $2,068.55 on 13.304 shares over the span of 15 trading days in November, which results in $52.21 in added forward income. Next, let's go ahead and see what that does to the share counts in this account. Beginning 2023, this account had a total of 167.947 total shares, or an average of 15.267 shares per holding. Concluding October, this same account had a total of 243.936 shares, or an average of 22.176 shares per holding. And at the close of November, I'm now sitting at 257.269 total shares, or 23.388 average shares per holding. As I've talked about with several of my guests on my Sunday series dividend discussion, dividend investing is a long game, but tracking numbers like this show you that progress is being made slow and steady month over month. Now, I wanted to quickly show you the current yield of my portfolio and any changes to the cost basis of the positions in my account. My yield on cost for this portfolio is now sitting at 2.04%, which is down from the 2.1% from October due to positive movement of my portfolio over the past month, which in turn lowers their yields. Now, I wanted to show you how my strategy of dollar cost averaging impacted the cost basis for my positions over the past month. Here you can see that my largest increase in cost basis is with Costco going from $506.80 per share to $510.49 per share, while my largest decrease in cost basis goes to APD that went from $289.80 per share to $287.67 per share due to me taking advantage of a huge 12.65% price drop in one day earlier this month. This month, since very few of my holdings are in the red, I unfortunately had to increase the cost basis in 8 of my 11 holdings, which does stink, but I guess that's the cost of making money. Next, I wanted to show you the projected annual income for this account. So what this chart is going to show you is the amount of just dividend income my portfolio is projected to make in the next rolling 12-month period if no money is added and there are no dividend increases from my holdings. Beginning 2023, that yearly projection was $494.51, which comes out to $41.21 per month or $1.35 per day. As of the end of October, those numbers went to a yearly projection of $813.49, which is $67.79 per month or $2.23 per day. And now, concluding November, I'm sitting at projections of $857.58 for the year, which comes out to $71.46 per month or $2.35 per day. Now, let's see who paid me in November and how much I made in passive income. In total, I received 6 dividend payments and 1 interest payment. On November 13th, I received $17.70 from APD, which is up from the $11.09 received from APD at the start of the year and the $15.39 the last time they paid me. On November 15th, I received $43.38 from AbbVie, which is up from the $29.33 received from AbbVie at the start of the year and the $36.81 the last time they paid me. On November 16th, I received $6.38 from Apple, which is up from the $4.13 received from Apple at the start of the year and the $5.76 the last time they paid me. On November 17th, I received $6.24 from Costco, which is up from the $5.63 received from Costco the last time they paid me. On November 22nd, I received $11.54 from Pool Corp, which is up from the $6.54 received from Pool Corp at the start of the year and the $9.85 from the last time I received money from them. On November 24th, I received $22.90 from Starbucks, which is up from the $13.89 received from Starbucks at the start of the year and the $18.98 the last time they paid me. On November 30th, I received $32.72 from SPAXX as an interest payment on the cash sitting in the account, which is up from the 5 cents received at the start of the year and the $32.41 from the last time interest was received. With the $22.90 received from Starbucks on November 24th, I have now eclipsed $1,300 in career earnings in my Retire Early account. Remember, last month I told you that I just passed $1,200 in career dividends on October 31st, and now, just 24 days later, I have already made my next $100 on my way to my bigger goal of early retirement. This right here is one of my favorite charts I made recently as it shows the dividend snowball in motion. It took me 395 days to make my first $100, and now it only took me 24 days to make my next $100. Next, let's go ahead and add these numbers up and check to see how I'm doing when compared to last November. This here is one of my favorite tabs on my spreadsheet as it does a good job of showing me my progress over time by comparing past performance with current performance. November of 2020 was just my 7th month on my journey, and I made a total of $1.58. Then in November of 2021, that moved up to $31.05, which represented a 1,865.2% year-over-year increase. The following year, in November of 2022, after some portfolio changes to what I have now, I moved up to $54.32, which was a 74.9% year-over-year increase, which brings us to November of 2023, where I was able to make another large jump up to $140.86, which is up a modest 159.3% from just 12 months ago. This brings the total amount received so far in 2023 up to $801.47, which you can see is already a 160.5% increase from the dividends I received in all of 2022, with another big month expected to close out the year. I'm very excited to see where we end up at the end of 2023 with the completion of next month. Make sure you're subscribed and come back to check on that progress, as the bar we set in 2023 will be the bar we try to clear in 2024. Thank you all for the continued support here on the channel. Make sure you're not being shy and leave your November returns in the comments down below so we can cheer you on. If you want to congratulate me, a like on this video is always the best way to do that, and then make sure you're subscribed with the bell rung so you don't miss my next monthly recap. And if you haven't seen it already, this video could really make your day. But until next time, see you.